guys, you're welcome to another exciting edition of Tech Gist. And today we will be talking about an industry that has already generated about $811.7 billion as of 2019. My name is Stephanie Ronald, and with me on the show I have Musa. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome back, guys, and thanks for staying with us. Now, guys, remember to like, share, and comment on this video. We're really looking forward
We're looking forward to your comments.
Yeah. So, like Steph rightly said earlier, we'll be talking about an industry that has generated over 811.7 billion USD in 2019.
I'm telling you.
And that industry is the renewable energy. Exciting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, what is renewable energy? I think we'll try to break down the terms. Maybe you've heard about it before in science class. You heard people just say it.
Most likely.
Yeah, maybe the future of Nigeria, the future of the world is renewable energy.
It doesn't ever exceed the solar thing.
That we know.
Sun.
So let's even look at it. What exactly is renewable energy? So we'll break down the terms renewable and energy. Musa, help me here.
Okay, so basically something that's renewable is something that is not exhaustible. Okay, it's finite. When you use it, you still have the ability to get
reuse
more
it.
Of it. Yeah,
you
exactly.
can reuse it over and over again. Most
no
they circulate itself. They have a way of making the thing
available every time.
Yeah, it goes in like a circle. Now, example of those things are things that nature produces.
Specifically.
That's what makes it renewable, because anything that can be created out of something else can exhaust.
Definitely.
But something that's given to us naturally is really hard to say that those things can, go extinct.
Yeah, a very good example is this oxygen mask.
Like that one can go now.
Once it breaks, that's the end of the mask. But you already have oxygen.
Yeah.
Excess for you as humans. So
oxygen is already everywhere. The air cannot be exhausted.
Not at all.
Water cannot be exhausted. In fact, more than half of the earth is filled with water. Cannot be exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, surprisingly. So we're living on a very small fraction of land. More than half the earth is water. The sun cannot be exhausted.
Not at all.
What else?
The wind.
The wind cannot be exhausted.
Yeah.
So those things can always be renewed over and over and over again. That's why it's called renewable energy. We renew those things to create energy. Now, I won't go into definition of energy and the types of energy. Go back to your biology class.
Biology or physics?
Sorry, is it physics?
Physics.
But we were taught that thing. So, no, I don't do physics, but I know some part of it. Where was it taught?
I don't know.
Some integrated science.
And that is JSS.
Yes, now, I think everybody went through it. Shall go back there and find out what energy is all about. So, Musa, let's look at what are the types of renewable energy? What are the common, categories that we have of renewable energy?
Okay, we have seven types.
Majorly, yeah.
Types of renewable energy. I don't know why I keep saying so. So, like most people already know, the first one is the solar energy.
Yeah, solar is almost everywhere right now.
Yeah, which is the one derived from capturing radiant energy
from the sun
and converting into heat. Okay.
Yeah. You see the panels that are being set up. What they do is they trap the heat, the source from the sun, and convert it and store them into battery cells that is now used as electric, to
power your house and stuff. And
solar is not only used for house, so it's used for a lot of other things. In fact, I think that cars might actually get powered by solar in future years to come.
Already are not powered by solar.
You see?
So we also have wind, which is the wind renewable energy, which is mostly used in farms.
Yeah.
All those windmills.
And it's coming to Nigeria, funny enough. Most of the agricultural, right now there is a push for agri-tech. Agri-tech, something like that. But, the combination of agriculture and technology. And I don't mean like all them tractors, like real tech, like drones. The use of drones in agriculture. The use of computer systems to monitor growth and blah 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 and all those things. It's thriving right now in Nigeria. So the windmills are coming back. They used to be around years ago, but I think that somehow they just dropped down. I don't know.
I think they are still available in some parts
of the
Nigeria,
world.
Yeah, no, of Nigeria.
Was it prominent in Nigeria? Has it been prominent in Nigeria? I don't
Not
think
like
so.
prominent, but there were some parts of Nigeria. All these big farms actually, big farms. Not like I think Obasanjo farm should have.
Part of it. Yeah, but it's coming back now. It's coming back now, and it's used. What it does, it uses the wind.
Yeah, it collects the wind
and just that energy, the speed and all that comes from the wind, it converts it, like we said, into energy that can be used either to pump water, to produce light, to farm materials, anything you can think of.
And then we also have hydroelectric, which is the one that is most prominent in
Nigeria, that we use right now in Nigeria in particular.
Generating electricity from dams,
water. I mean, Usman Dam, part of the popular ones. Buhari, yeah. I've been there. Hey, you went to what took you there? But anyway, that's a dam that we use to generate electricity, and we have about how many dams in Nigeria?
Do I know? I know we have Kainji Dam. I know we have Usman Dam. That's only two I know.
I think there was like 5 or so, 2 to 5. I'm not sure. But we have those dams because that's our major source of electricity in Nigeria.
Yeah. So let me just go through this. We also have geothermal.
Okay.
The most liking comparison to it would be the volcano eruptions. So
they still use those things?
Geothermal they are the heat that is trapped underneath the earth.
Whoa.
And so basically that's how volcanoes are formed now.
So I think I read somewhere where industries, big companies are now going back to that. So what they do is they allow the steam, like, they put they take the boiling or the hot thing from under the earth that is already steaming, process or send out that steam. Okay. It goes through a machine that is able to use the steam to create heat and energy that produces electricity or whatever. Then the steam is sent back to cool and returned back to water and is sent back into the earth.
Wow,
imagine that. So that's what they just use, the natural resources that are made available to produce energy.
And you see what we said before, it's not exhaustible.
I'm telling you.
Because the funny thing
now, they've renewed it.
Yeah, it's gone back.
The cycle has gone back. That's what happens. It cannot go back.
Just reminds you of Lion King.
Calm down. What other sources do we have?
We have biomass.
The one that is becoming more popular these days.
Yeah, living organisms that are dead, going to the ground, and also dead plants that are dead going to the ground.
So that decaying process and all. So
when these things die, they give out, when they are alive, they give out oxygen and taking carbon dioxide, right? Now, but when they die, I think they give out carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, which is now used or collected.
That is consumed.
Yes, which is collected. It's just like a perfect example would be wood.
Oh, firewood. So you mean to tell me that the smoke that comes from firewood is carbon dioxide, which the plant in turn consume.
Exactly.
To produce oxygen for us.
And give us that will survive on. So that's why when trees are felled, it's actually a big problem because we need them, they need us. So when trees are felled, it's advisable to also plant others. But
you're telling me now that the burning of that plant, of that wood, of that tree, still produces carbon.
Yeah, it produces carbon. That carbon is what the plant
but if there are no more plants to consume the carbon that the burnt tree is producing, then we're in problem.
Then we are dying.
We're in trouble.
Because we're not taking in carbon dioxide.
And which is not good for us.
Yeah, we need oxygen.
Whoa, that means there has to be a balance.
They have to be balanced.
There has to be balance. Yeah. Okay, I think that's why people are beginning to advocate for more trees to be planted. If you take down a tree, you plant 5 more. 20 more trees. Are we following that? I think somewhere in the world they are, but maybe not in Nigeria. Okay, what other source do we have?
We have...
How many have you mentioned?
We've mentioned solar, we've mentioned wind, we've mentioned hydroelectric, we've mentioned biomass, we've mentioned geothermal. So we're left with 7. We're left with 2, sorry.
I was wondering.
We're left with 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have hydrogen and ocean.
I was wondering, how is hydrogen a type of energy?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
No, don't push it to me, because I am not a science student, duh. So I'm wondering, hydrogen. I know that hydrogen, when it's combined with other chemicals,
such as oxygen.
Yeah, has the way of actually producing maybe water
H2
or something.
Now. Water, hydrogen, 2 hydrogen with 1 water gives you, with 1 oxygen gives you water.
You see, so you know something.
H2,
and the water is now converted into the energy, whatever.
I think after after hydrogen and oxygen are combined to create water, that water is now what's used. Okay.
But is hydrogen a natural substance?
Hydrogen is not a natural substance.
Where is hydrogen brought from? Where is it created from?
I think I need to go back to school.
I have put Musa in trouble. But we have been told that hydrogen is part of renewable energy, and it is actually growing. It is growing a whole lot around the world.
Well, so what's the last one? Talk about ocean.
Ocean?
Yeah, ocean has a type of renewable energy.
It's still water now.
Okay, so from what I have here, the ocean can produce 2 types of energy. Okay. Thermal and mechanical.
Okay, so what we talked about earlier was thermal.
They said the ocean thermal energy relies on warm water surface temperatures to generate energy. Okay. Okay. Through a variety of different systems. While the ocean mechanical energy uses the flows of the tide to generate energy. So basically, the mechanical uses the waves of the water to generate energy. Okay. While the thermal uses the warm water surface temperature, uses the temperature to generate energy.
I think that for the ocean, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done with that, because the ocean is large. And if you don't have like the proper structures and equipment to, harness all of that, you'll not be able to control it. So it's still, there are very few people that actually have tapped into using the ocean as a source of energy as we currently speak right now. But there is a lot of future into it, because the ocean is large. So imagine that we can tap into that as an energy source. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. That's actually true. Now, you might be asking and saying, why are we talking about renewable energy in TechGist, on TechGist rather? Come 2040, the growth is expected to be around
45%.
45% of what we're using as energy sources. Okay? And we are looking to talk about smart cities, in one of our episodes coming soon. And you will see that in the future, we will not only be relying on the dams that we're using right now.
Yeah, or even fossil fuels.
Or the fuels that you're used to, the petrol, the what do they call that thing now? Crude oil and all of that. It's going to fade.
Literally.
People are literally moving into renewable energy sources that can always be gotten anytime, any day, and can be reused over and over again. Okay? So the whole world is moving to that direction. And that's the reason why we need you to open your eyes to see what is happening. The prices of solar dropped by far this year compared to 2019.
Really?
Yeah, it dropped. That cell is making it more available.
For now, because actually there's going to be a huge demand.
A huge demand for solar is coming. Because people, take example Nigeria. The demand for generator is dropping. People are moving to solar.
It's because generator is actually more expensive. It uses for
maintenance. And then what is releasing to the public, it
releases soot, right?
What is that?
That's carbon monoxide.
Okay, and it's killing us.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's killing us. So people are actually advocating against it, and solar is becoming more in demand. Now, if you're watching and you're wondering, okay, so what next? It is time for you to start looking at what can you tap into. Most of these technologies are not yet in Nigeria, or are not yet common in Nigeria. Imagine that you start pushing for it, you start importing it, you start a campaign for it. That's how NGOs start.
Or even start positioning yourself in that regard.
I'm telling you, by the time we're in 2024, which already is ready to grow by another 6%. The market of renewable energy is ready to grow another 6%. Imagine in the next 3 years, that's 3 years, right? Or 2 years?
3 years.
3 years. That when they talk about renewable energy in Nigeria, your name or your brand is mentioned. Do you know where you will be?
Honestly.
It's called positioning. Guys, don't look down on Nigeria. Forget all the economic things that seem to be happening. These things are coming and they are hitting us hard. We need to be ready. We need to be the ones. That's how you become multi-billionaires. It is because you saw an opportunity and you positioned for it. Okay?
Yeah. So guys, it doesn't even have to just be renewable energy. Okay, you can go back to our previous episodes that we've had on We've talked about a lot of futuristic industries that you can literally start positioning yourself. Talk about 3D bioprinting,
virtual reality, artificial reality,
robotics, drones, and
drones.
Cybersecurity.
Why are people not looking at drones? I'm wondering, like the market that is coming for drones.
It's going to be too high.
Oh my goodness!
And there's going to be less people to satisfy it.
And because it's a skill. Obviously, it cannot be everywhere. Everybody cannot do it. It's a skill. You cannot. It's just like how you don't have pilots. Not everybody is a pilot. Not everybody is a.
Even a medical doctor. Not everybody is a medical doctor.
Is that why you can learn it? Anyway, well,
it takes time.
It's a skill, right?
Yeah,
it's part of it. Even the drivers out there, it's a skill.
Yeah,
true. Some trucks not everybody can drive a truck. It's a skill. And there is a huge market out there, guys. Like, if you're still doing the usual, you're still following the 4-year plan of going to university and, looking for white-collar jobs, error.
You're going to burn out, actually.
Error. You're still practicing the old things. We need to position for the future. And that's what Tech Gist is all about.
That's basically everything.
Okay, so I think that we've come to the end of today's episode. Guys, we want to see your comments. What do you think? Do you have questions for us? What are your opinions? What are your feedback? Have you read about those things? Have you researched about them or seen them anywhere? Or what would you like us to talk about on the show? We'd like to hear from you, so drop a comment.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to play them in video, but we skipped that. So maybe we'll complete them in the video now.
Oh, that's true. How could I forget? I never forget. I'm sorry. Now, we have a video that we've looked out for you to see more about that summarizes, most all that we've said about renewable energy. And just watch it. We'll be right back to close with that.
According to some estimates, by the year 2050, renewable energy will be the primary source of electricity in the world. However, current solar and wind farms will be supplemented with new power sources that don't rely on weather conditions. For instance, osmotic power will enable us to take advantage of the salinity gradient between seawater and freshwater from river outlets. In reverse electrodialysis, a non-porous membrane repels the negative salt ions, allowing only the flow of positive ions that travel to the other side to compensate the salinity gradient. This translates into a potential difference that generates a voltage. The seas are poised to become one of the main sources of renewable energy. In this regard, wave power is becoming one of the most promising research fields. The movement of the waves causes the buoys hanging from several arms connected to the main platform to rise and fall. There, an electric turbine is activated. M-Wave is another technology that harnesses the kinetic energy of waves, albeit with a structure laying on the seabed. The waves push the air within a set of membranes through a pipe, moving a turbine in the process. Organic waste is another potential power source. Thanks to the activity of living organisms. While feeding on waste, bacteria release electrons that can be used to produce electricity. Biomass or even coffee waste could thus fuel these power stations. But perhaps the future will bring even more advanced solutions, such as harvesting energy from outer space. Out there, the sun never sets, and orbital solar power stations could eventually relay that energy to any location on the planet through electromagnetic waves. All these alternatives bring us a step closer to a fossil fuel-free world.
I didn't.
So once more, guys, we hope you really did learn more from the video that you just saw, and we are so sorry for playing it now, but better late than never.
I'm telling you that never. There are so many things that we didn't touch about renewable energy. It's a broad conversation. The materials that can be used for renewable energy are,
they're still there.
I'm telling you, we just did like a summary of everything. So if you want to know more, please go on YouTube or just, Google. You will see a lot of amazing stuff, including your urine, your excrete. Like, those things are all sources of renewable energy. Yeah. And I'm sure you said you'll be wowed. You'll be like, what's going on?
Know this. All right, guys.
All right, it's time for us to say goodbye. We hope that you'll be watching us on our next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.